All right. So, first off, we're going to run a little test run just to make sure that all of the equipment is working correctly and sufficely. And let's go and see. I did send a URL out. A little test run just to make sure that all of the equipment is working correctly. All right. So on here we will be doing some open discussions, somewhat of a forum. We will get everything figured out as we go along. So, I'm not able to see on this one. I don't know why. Here we go. All right, so currently we are under our sponsors, one of our sponsors page, which is the Bling Couture that we're all familiar with. So in the meanwhile, we will just be utilizing that space to kind of do some trial runs and see how the equipment is working, how things are going to look. And so here we are. I did share the link with a few just to kind of see where we will land with all that. Let's see if I can. All right. So I'm looking through a few notes. And so I recently made a post in regards to there's a bunch of birthday posts in regards to some discernment and things of the like. So those are the kind of real world topics we would like to share. It could be anything that pretty much comes to mind that we may decide to go with. So again, we're going to do a couple test runs under the Bling Couture page, which is one of the sponsors for our podcast series. So we'll just see how it goes. I want to see how aesthetically pleasing the scene is and kind of get some feedback for that. I'm not sure what days we're going to have the podcast launch on. I'm thinking that it's going to be more of a once a week thing until we decide if that's enough or if we need more. Typically, it will be on a Sunday, maybe like high noon area is what I'm thinking. But then there may be a fun Tuesday that something may occur that we might want to hop on and talk about. So we're still ironing out some of the details. So I want it to be a more relaxed, casual environment where we're not here to offend anyone, but we are here to talk to you guys about real world topics. Anything that might come to mind. So recently, I was having some birthday celebrations, and so that kind of interrupted some of the planning that went into the podcasting. So, nonetheless, we'll do a couple shorts and just get our feet wet and kind of see how that's going to go. It's awkward speaking in a room this comfortable where it's not, so I was trying to have that comfort level. I do have my first agreed upon guest to attend, but we'll try to do some of our own stories and talks leading up to that guest. So that said, Maurice and I will be maybe even alternating some topics or even discussing together some things. But again, very casual environment. And so, yeah. So before we start recording them and leaving them for later review, we're just going to go through all the test runs and kind of make sure all of the equipment is working as planned. So that's kind of where we are with all this. Let me see. Thought I put the link on there. I was trying to double check to ensure that I did. Oh, we did, which I thought. Okay. So it's a lot of learning curve concepts happening right now for me, especially with trying to learn the idea of actually um, live streaming and podcasting and things of the like. So, well, let me paste it on there like that, but let me see. Alex live. Share. So we're trying to do some logistics in that little phone. Oh, it's not letting us. It's getting a poor connection. That's what it says. But we are live, though. That's what it says. But we are live, though. That's what it says. But we are live, though. So we're just trying to see if how well everything is working, because I want you guys to be able to see and connect and communicate. So now I'm testing the chat. I don't know how to get you guys over here. Maybe you'd have to get the channel and then come to the channel. So now we're just trying to see how many people are going to come over from the other places by which you may find us.
You're so pretty.
And so, thank you. So I'm here trying to see if there is any young hopefuls that want to be a part of this conversation. I'm just going to see. Look at my face, y'all. I got my face toe up on the podcast. Now, where do you find those gosh darn comments? Ain't nobody coming on here. I'm about to leave. What's going on here? I don't see nobody. I still see my two. And see, that's the part that I think I'm going to be nervous about.
What? Oh.
The people not showing up, not doing what they supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's why we're going to do it anyway. These motherfuckers.
I got my birthday shout out from Dr. Q though. That was dope.
Yeah. They're going to do exactly what the fuck they doing now. Till we get on there and start talking until some hot takes fall out and, you know.
Right. I just think that it's new for me as well, so I get it.
It's a whole new space. An entire new space. I'm excited that we got a chance to come down here and do it. I still would like to use the wire mic stuff.
I think the sound quality is excellent.
I think it's cool.
Listen to it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all.
Listen to it. I mean, just aesthetically, I think. I got my birthday shout out from Dr. Q though. That was dope.
Until we get on there and start talking until some hot takes
See, you sound far, but I got on a mic. I just think that, it's new for me as well, so I get it. I think the sound quality is excellent. Listen to it. Listen to it. Listen to it. Listen to it. Aesthetically, I think. I mean, just aesthetically, I think. I think that
What
the
would you
DJ.
comparing it to? I guess that's the best.
I've used microphones as an artist, lots of them. See, you sound far away. I got on that mic. I've always thought that the mics had like good sound quality, and I think that it's about the transportability too. Like
Correct. Okay.
the small mics,
Not having to pack
the
up
small
and-
camera, the Mac Mini, the small screen, the foldable keyboard. You know what I mean? More of a like a, if you needed to transport it, you could. But since it's stationary, we can use the bigger mics. I mean, I have the thing connected at this point, but that'll be next project.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with how to use these mics, so that's why these mics are being used. I've used microphones as an artist, lots of them. I've always thought that the mics had like good sound quality, and I think that it's about the transportability too. Like the small mics, the small camera, the small screen, the foldable keyboard. You know what I mean? More of like a, if you needed to transport it, you could. But since it's stationary, we can use the bigger mics. I mean, I have the thing connected at this point.
It's all connected up.
I'm familiar with how to use these mics, so that's why these mics are being used. That's it. Just because I know how to use them, that's a learning curve. I have to figure the other ones out. I got them connected though. Look at my brows. I heard myself in the background. I'm like, what in the heck? The hecky? And everybody was like, oh, well, when you get on there, I'm going to get on there, girl. Now, don't wait till something get good and then try to get on there and be asked a bunch of questions.
You're going to get your ass ignored. For real. Tell them by the way, you see that motherfucker going.
I know how to use them. That's a learning curve. I have to figure the other ones out. I got them connected though. Just look at my brows. I heard myself in the background. I'm like, what in the heck? The hecky? Everybody was like, oh, well, when you get on there, I'm going to get on there. Don't wait till something get good and then try to get on there and be asked a bunch of questions. I want to know something interesting. Me being on this camera and it's like a large screen in our scene for this, right? And it And my dog, every time he sees me on the screen, he freaks out. Like, oh my God, she is in front of me and over there. Like, how is this possible? It drives him insane. I think that that is the funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. Like, he really gets worked up. He's looking now like, what is even going on? Like, how is she over here and over there? To the point, and he was so bad at when it first happened, so I had to record him because he was really showing up and showing out, as we say. In our singing quarters, right? And it, and my dog, every time he sees me on the screen, he freaks out. Like, oh my God. Freaks entirely out. And over there. Like, how is this possible? It drives him insane. I think that that is the funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. Like, he really gets. At least one of the funniest things, anyways. What is even going on? Like, how is she over here and over there? To the point, um, that he was so bad at when it first happened, I had to record him because he was really showing up and showing out, as we say. And so, oddly enough, I was at the Cavs game today, and they can't keep on behaving like this and expect us to keep paying our money. Y'all hear me? Trying to get me to continue to keep my founding membership. Well, you keep doing things that I don't approve of, like getting rid of my favorite player. Again, I say. At least one of the funniest things. So, that being said, I don't know what the world is coming to. Can't even keep no good ball players on our team in Cleveland. I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to change the scene a little bit for y'all. Oddly enough, I was at the Cavs game today, and they can't keep on behaving like this and expect us to keep paying our money. You hear me? Trying to get me to continue to keep our founding membership. Well, you keep doing things that I don't approve of, like getting rid of my favorite player. Again, I say. That's all I know. Is that I'm just sick of being told what I need to pay for and nobody's listening. Like, they are letting people get traded that should not be traded. I don't have a problem with the pickup, really. But in a way, I kind of do. And I can further discuss that in the latter. But I'm not even going to get started right now on a test run about what took place. But nonetheless, I will be resuming my activities with you guys again weekly. I don't know if Sunday gonna be today or not, but what I do know is I'm ready. Like, I've been itching to just say whatever I want to say and just kind of see who else agrees, right? I don't have a problem with the pickup, really. But in a way, I kind of do, and I can further discuss that in the latter. But I'm not even going to get started right now on a test run about what took place. You know. But nonetheless, I will be resuming my activities with you guys again weekly. And so right now, again, we're just chilling. We're just kind of hanging out. say whatever I want to say, and it's kind of see what else it breathes, right? I just got to get over the idea of being on screen without my co host. I mean, he's around. That's who you keep seeing me looking away at, and kind of that voice in the background. Um, but for now, it's a little awkward when you've been on for like 30 minutes and there's like no one actually giving you that good feedback that you would need to know how the conversation should go. And finally, to that point, I'm trying to get comfortable. There's a yarn, y'all. It's late. It's 11:34. It's almost a new day. So we do have our topics in our series kind of prepared and kind of pre-outlined. But again, this was just an introduction to ensure that the equipment was working, that I could get that home comfortable look. So when you have a guest, you know, or myself and the co-host, or a third guest, and then we have another side of the scene that you guys are able to see because I'm not ready to switch the camera views just yet. I did switch in between angles from first person just directly to me to a more wider angle where you can see all three seats just about that is on this side. And so we're doing like a more of a retro style sitting room conversation. And it's going to be very, very unscripted for the most part. Scripted enough to be mindful about what we're suggesting, but unscripted enough that it's going to be mostly all natural. Even if we have to go and do some edits, we want people to feel comfortable with coming on and sharing their thoughts. We do have our first guest, and we will roll that out probably sometime in the summer months. And leading up to that, we'll start trying to announce who's next. But for the most part, it's going to be myself and my co-host Maurice talking about some real world issues, like when I was leaning into about the Cavs trade and the disappointment that I have. I mean, some people were ecstatic about it, but me, I'm like, why is it that every time I have a favorite player, they get traded? Then you've got all these jerseys and things, and we'll talk about that in the immediate future, that what we found out about jerseys. That was interesting too. So there'll be things like that, news that you can use, or maybe not, but it's good for clicks, likes, and views, says Bling Couture. And by the way, if you're looking for that elegant gown for your birthday, retirement days, Met Galas, formal parties, proms, weddings, anniversary parties, date night, ladies' night out, and you're not trying to wear just the same old outfit that everyone else would have, Go on to Bling Couture's website and schedule an appointment for a custom dress. It is ensured to be precise, concise, and specific to you. So shout out to Bling Couture. And by the way, if you're looking for that elegant gown for your birthday, retirement days, Met Galas, so yeah. So that being said, we thank you for tuning in with us. Each podcast will run maybe about 45 minutes. Max, we want to stay right around the 30-minute mark usually. Not unless it's pre-recorded, and then we'll take more content, right, to cut that down to that 30 minutes. But if it's going to be live, like how we want to do it, then it's likely going to be between 30 45 minutes. So we want to try to get the volume up, get people on, get people interested in the topics, and going from there. You know, I want to say that I am truly thankful, and I feel extremely blessed to be able to have the opportunity to set something up like this and to be able to get the word out, no matter what word that is, you know. And so it is, I do a morning cup of Joe ministry thing by which I'll give like a word of the day or a script of the day and kind of tie that into layman's terms or day-to-day life tasks. It may be my experiences. It may just be something from my discernment. And that is also where this podcast was created, from that space. So as you can see back here, it says, has a morning cup of Joe Ministries live talk hosted by Maurice and Miesha. So that's it. We appreciate you guys coming on, for those that did, and for those that did not. Maybe next time. Take care.